Now, I was rewatching Squid Games, and the whole time I was thinking, how well would I do during these games? Since I can't actually participate like these brokies, let me just rank my chances of surviving. The categories include definitely not surviving. This is just any game that I don't see myself winning. Very difficult but can make it. Basically any game that I would have a super tough time with but could squeeze out a win. Depends on the opponent and easily clears. Well, I guess you can figure out what those mean on your own. Let's start with Dachi. This has got to be one of the easiest games. You're telling me all I have to do is flip a tile and then I get to smack the dog doo-doo out of somebody? I'm probably going to just search up a video and then play it in real life. I honestly don't know how Gi-hoon was so bad at the game. It gets to a point where bro is just wanting revenge and then he gets reminded, oh, you're doing it for the money. Either way, I'm easily clearing Dachi. Not even a sweat. Next up is red light, green light. Now, it's a pretty simple game, but I think the main reason people died was because they had no idea what was actually going on. When someone tells you eliminated, you don't automatically assume a bullet right through the forehead. Listen, if I was there, I would have panicked too, but I still would have done what they said, stand still until it says green light. I'm not about to move around and get shot. The only thing I would be worried about is tripping over a dead body like Gi-hoon did, but honestly, if he can get through the game twice, I can get through it one time. I'm putting it in easily clears as well. Not as easy as Dachi, but still nowhere near as difficult as the other games. Dalgona. Honestly, I don't know about my chances with this one. Knowing me, I'd probably pick a star instead of a simple shape like a triangle or circle. You gotta remember, the whole point of this game is that you don't know why you're picking these shapes. It's just random, so I would have picked the one that I like the most. I think I would win, but not by much. I know for sure though I wouldn't pick umbrella. Alright, tug of war. Now this one literally just depends on my team. If I got a good, strong team, then we're good. But if I get Gi-hoon's team, I'm cooked. The only reason they were able to get a win is because of Sang-woo's strategy. And listen, it's not a painless way to die either. You get cooked by fall damage, and then all your bones are basically broken at that point. It really is just whoever has the trash team. And let me tell you something. I'm not picking that old man. If it was me, Gi-hoon's way nicer than I am. Dog, did you just pee yourself? What the hell? For the marble game, I guess it could go in depends on the opponent. But honestly, I'm gonna just make a random game up, and then I can easily win. Pick a number between 1 and 100. If you're right, then you get all my marbles. If you're wrong, I get all of your marbles. Nah, but Ali got done so dirty, I felt bad. If it came down to it though, I see anybody doing the exact same thing. I promise you my ego isn't that huge. I can just see myself doing well in these 3 games. Well, glass bridge. I know I'm not going to make it through this one, alright? I'm being honest. First of all, even if I pick the middle numbers, which I would probably do, most of those people didn't even survive. The only reason those 3 survived was because of Unk and his old glass experience. The chances of 50-50 seem pretty nice, until you notice how much glass you actually have to get through. At least I wouldn't have to worry about some crazy chick dragging me down with her. The best part was that she was multitasking. She killed him and checked if the glass was right or wrong. Now, when it comes to glass bridge, I have zero trust in myself. I'm not making it through that game. Dog, even if you make it, you could get killed by the debris. Where is the break? Moving on to Squid Game. Let me just break down the fight real quick. Gi-hoon is staring down Sang-woo after all the beef they've been having since Sang-woo has just been murdering people left and right. I mean, bro straight up pushed Unk without any hesitation like this is Sparta. Gi-hoon was trying to reminisce on the good old days, but Sang-woo does not care. Man, ain't nobody care about the good old, my eyes. Low-key, throwing sand in someone's eyes is a pretty smart move. I could see myself spamming that. Gi-hoon starts aura farming, and keep in mind, they are dripped out for the final fight. Hey, if I'm gonna fight somebody to the death, the fit might as well be clean too. Sang-woo starts trying to justify himself, acting like he ain't just a bloodthirsty monster. Nah, I'm kidding. I realized that he sacrificed a lot just to get the money, and he doesn't want to waste it. Gi-hoon pulls out the shank, and what is this, London? They're about to start trying to knife each other? Bro starts slashing, and he misses the first 2, but then gets caught with the second. Keep in mind, they're kind of in the same position right now. They're trying to stab each other while making sure they don't get stabbed. But that boy Gi-hoon starts getting choked, looking like Johnny Lawrence at the start of Karate Kid 2. Oh, Gi-hoon's making sure he can't use his knife. Then bro starts fighting with his drip. This is L aura. I mean, it's smart, but still. Now, neither of them have knives, and they're kind of just touching each other, looking like toddlers fighting. Not trying to be racist or anything, but you're telling me neither of them have a fighting background or did karate or something that could help them with this fight? Gi-hoon decides to headbutt Sang-woo, and you could tell it hurt both of them. That was not good. He's definitely been watching too many movies where headbutts work a lot. Yeah, and this man was so petty, he decides to just throw his jacket at bro. I know Sang-woo was raging, thinking to himself, why won't bro just die already? They start fighting again. Gi-hoon's getting in all the punches. Oh my goodness, that was like 4, 5? Sang-woo, thinking he's Khabib or something, keeps putting bro in a headlock like this is the UFC, and ends up using the fit to choke out Gi-hoon. What is this disrespect? Unlike the other time though, Gi-hoon doesn't have a knife to help him with this situation, so he has to think quickly. Keep in mind, they're basically both on one heart and like one hunger bar, so he's able to overpower him. Now come here. Bink! Wow, the first time I watched this, I never really noticed how many more punches Gi-hoon was able to get in than Sang-woo. Bro kicks him to the ground, and it's really just whoever has more energy wins. First of all, when I saw this shot with the knife, I knew things were about to get real devious. I'm talking about like Ghostface level stabbing. Stabbed right in the leg, right next to the booty hole too, it's crazy. Also in the kidney area, where is the mercy? Bro needs that money. Low-key, I thought this was the moment that Gi-hoon was gonna lose the fight. This is where he was gonna die. No plot armor to save him or nothing. Fortunately for us, Gi-hoon was not ready to die yet, sticking his hand right in between death. Then he starts channeling his inner Rick Grimes, straight up biting flesh. It's all fun and games until bro says it's tasty. Then we got a real problem. Gets smacked with another Hadouken! But after all this, he decides to crash out, giving a better beatdown than Hawk did. Like, bro, I think you got him.
You want what he's having?
Nah, you can go ahead and continue, gang, you got it. Like, this fight wasn't already brutal enough, he rips the knife out of his own hand. Except he doesn't want to kill his childhood best friend, which I understand. Sang-woo wants to start reminiscing now that he's beaten. He gave us a full Naruto backstory, acting like he even cared in the beginning of the match. Remember when we were just little boys? Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole story I wanted to tell. You can kill me now. Even then, Gi-hoon decides to show mercy, and Sang-woo sticks to his principle that somebody's gotta win all this money. Activates Suicide no Jutsu, and honestly, I respect any character that doesn't change what they believe, even if they're about to die. Listen, we can all agree that that was the best part of Season 1, and that's why it was so peak. All that, just for me to not know who I'm fighting, so I just put it right next to Tug of War. Although, I could see myself winning as long as I don't fight somebody built like Venom or something. Okay, for the team marathon, let me handle Dachi or stone throwing and we're good. I put it in very difficult because of the other games and depending on how my teammates do. Definitely cooked if I'm in charge of the dice one, that's all I'm gonna say. Last but not least, the game that had people dancing, snapping necks, kicking, just doing whatever it took. So I'll put it in very difficult but could make it, since I'm willing to force anybody out or force my way in. Alright, this is my full tier list. Let me know how you would do in the Squid Game, and I guess we're all stuck here waiting for Season 3.